Welcome to the Love Circle. Welcome to the Love Circle. Welcome to the Love Circle. Blessings to each and every one of you. Salutations. Shalom. How are you doing today? We are going to be talking about supernatural provision today. And I have something to share with you in regards to that. That is going to be absolutely incredible. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, connect. Welcome to the Love Circle. We are definitely in the midst of something supernatural and extraordinary right now. Even though it may not look like it in the natural, but it is about to take off like a rocket. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to like, share, subscribe, comment, connect. Again, my name is Shifrah Yocheved Israel. And you can reach out at shifrahyochevedyisrael@gmail.com. And I'm here to bring something of priceless value to each and every one of you, not to take anything away from you at all. We are blessed to be a blessing. So just remember, you don't have to beg for it, you don't have to borrow it, and you definitely don't have to steal it because you're not a thief. It is already yours. You have a rich royal inheritance. That's right. You have a rich royal inheritance. And I want to encourage you today that you are loved from the one above, the name above all names, the Most High, Elyon, El Shaddai, Adonai, Yahweh, HaShem, whatever name you have for our Maker, our Creator, just as long as you know our Creator. And as we know, it's not about all these other traditions, but it's about knowing the truth from the voice of truth. Oh my goodness, it's going to be wonderful today. So this is day 4. I can't believe it's day 4 already. And this is welcome to prayer, praise, prophecy day 4. We are going in 12 days. We're going at it. We're going in it. And we're declaring and decreeing the victory in the land of the living. We're declaring and decreeing the victory over every nation, every tribe, every tongue to the four corners of the earth, over all 7 continents, over North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, and beyond. Every region, every territory, we are declaring and decreeing the victory because we are speaking life. But more importantly, we're speaking love language, the language of our Creator, our Maker, in every situation. We are bringing that light and we are bringing that fire truth. We are bringing the fire truth that will set people free from all bondage, all imprisonment, and all chains. Thank you so much for joining in today, and we're going to get started. And this is Dew on the Roses by the Mini Vandals from the YouTube audio library. We're going to talk about supernatural provision today. We're going to talk about what it means to be blessed in the land of the living. You don't have to wait for it. It can start today. You can be wealthy. And there's so much that goes into wealth besides just tangible material things, the material things, the things that you can touch and see. There's so much that we actually need that is not visible. Like love. Love is not visible, but we can see love in many different ways through kindness, through compassion. We can see love through people. We can see love through nature. We can see love through people and animals, even insects, as we see the butterflies floating, flying all around. We can see love in many different facets. But we're here today to talk about supernatural provision. How profound is that? Yesterday, I believe it was protection, but today is provision. And if you missed yesterday, you can go back and you can watch it because it should be uploaded by now. I apologize for the delay today. Unfortunately, there was some issues with connectivity with the internet again. I definitely need to reach out to those who are supposed to be the company keeping it going. Lately, it has not been going as it should go. Anyway, we are here now and we are going to proclaim the victory in the land of the living. We're going to declare and decree. We are going to speak it into the atmosphere because words have power and words carry weight. So we need to be very careful about what we think, what we ponder on, and what we speak and the actions that we take because all of it is going to affect our lives and those around us. So we need to be mindful and very careful of our thoughts, our words, and our actions that we are in alignment with what we desire to see in real time, what we desire to see happen. We want that positive outcome. We want to see those blessings and those miracles and those fulfilled promises, and even those sweet surprises that we don't even know about yet. I'm sure that you are standing in the winner's circle because this is the victory season and this is celebration time. And we're also in the midst of Hanukkah. So you can join later on the live because we will be going live later to talk more about the miracle of light and the miracle of oil. Many people do not know about Hanukkah. They think that it's some type of tradition. They think it's only for specific people, but Hanukkah is for every single person. I'm not just going to say people, but as we know, even the animals, they know about the seasons and the times. Even the animals know something that we may know, or more than what we know. We may not know what they know because they may know more than what we know. They see what we don't see, a lot of them. So we need to keep that in. When we think about what is really going on in the earth, we have to examine everything thoroughly. However, we want to be the change. We are blessed to be a blessing. And we definitely want to come together today and agree with our Maker, our Creator, the one who is the creator of all. And we know that we have been blessed beyond measure. We have a lot to be thankful for today. Even if you're able to walk and talk and eat and drink and sleep, don't take it for granted because there are some who do not, that cannot do it, or they have a lot of struggles in getting it done. They have a lot of difficulties. So we need to be thankful. The first thing before we pray, we need to have gratitude, but we also need to submit and surrender to our Maker, our Creator, so that we can be cleansed and purified, so we can be washed and refined because we have to do this constantly. It's not a one-time action. We need to continuously cry out to be cleansed and purified and washed and refined, just like we do with the laundry. That's the analogy. That's the illustration. Think of it like your clothes. You don't just wash your clothes once and then forget about it and never wash them again. You usually wash your clothes daily, weekly, or whatever. And just like you shampoo your hair and wash your hands, you don't just wash your hands once. Many times we wash our hands too much during the day, and then we have the times when our hands are dried out. So, regardless of whatever nation, tribe, tongue, region, territory you are in, or a part of, all are welcome here. This is the Love Circle, and this is a safe place and space. And please check out the other channel, Garden Seeds for Life, the plant-based channel on YouTube, also now on Instagram, also on TikTok, also on X. Check it out. You can find out a lot there, and you can have some quick tips for events or just daily meal planning. It's so easy, and it's always free. So this is Dew on the Roses from the YouTube audio library by the Many Vandals. Music is such a blessing to us, and it's been said during many research studies that music can promote healing as well. Natural healing, that when people listen to music, their body relaxes and and it gives them some peace and it gives them comfort and all of that. So music is so good for us. We should always take time to listen to relaxing music, not always on the go, rushing to and from, because that can lead to a lot of insomnia or something of that nature. So we want to be sure that we take the time to rest our bodies and keep in mind that we definitely need to have a time of relaxation and a time of rest and not just always burn the candle at both ends if you're doing so. Some people, even if they may not work a 9 to 5 job and have the stress of commuting and all of that, sometimes even people that have their own businesses or are retired still encounter high levels of stress. So we need to be mindful of that and we need to take care of ourselves for our for the whole part of us, not just some parts of us, because there's some of us that tend to skip some things that we need to do. So be mindful of that and be sure that you take good care of yourself, especially if you are in a region where there's extreme weather, whether it's really super cold or you have extreme heat or extreme cold. You want to be sure to stay hydrated and you want to be sure to dress appropriately for the weather and take the time to relax, to de stress. Go for that walk. Have that long talk with yourself or somebody else. For those of you that are married, you could talk to your spouse, your best friend. For those of you that are not, I'm sure you have somebody you could talk to, whether it be a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, an associate, or even a family member. So here we are at day 4. Prayer, praise, prophecy. We are going in. We are going to declare and decree. We're going to keep speaking into the atmosphere what we desire to see in this land because we have dreams, we have visions, we have desires, we have so much going on. We want to achieve, so much in this earth, in this land. So we have to be mindful that we need to do the work, and it's a lot of work. So think of those people that are wealthy and successful that you know or know of. They didn't get there by hesitating or procrastinating. They got to where they were because they took the necessary steps and made the sacrifice to get there. It's available to all, so don't give up on your dreams. Perhaps maybe you started a business and it didn't go well, it failed, but go and try it again. You didn't actually fail at the business, you just need to start again. Don't look at it as being a failed attempt. Look at it as being something that you learned from, something that did not have a good outcome, but you're going to do it again and it's going to have the right outcome. It's going to have a positive outcome. You're going to have the best results, even better than what you thought would happen. That's right. So, prayer, praise, prophecy, it's all necessary to have all of these and to be active in our lives when it comes to prayer. Prayer is simply communication with our Maker, our Creator. Praise, well, all of us know what praise is. And we should praise our Maker, our Creator, who has given us so much that we can't count it all. And then we have to embrace prophecy, even though a lot of people may not want to talk about prophecy or don't talk about prophecy now. Prophecy is something that our ancestors, the matriarchs and patriarchs, definitely were receptive of in their time. No matter how small it may look, and remember, we have all these different signs that we are given. Don't ignore the signs. Get a dream journal, get some kind of journal, write it down. Even when you see something in waking life, You see a number, you see a color, you see a name, you see a word, you see something. You may see butterflies, you may see just whatever you see, write it down so you don't forget it, because we have those pieces to the puzzles so we can connect the dots. That's right. Everything pretty much is a clue. Everything is giving us a message from heavenly places. That's right. So, prayer, praise, prophecy, all of us need to be in that place where we can achieve what it is that we want to achieve in this land. And some of you, maybe you have dreams that you've given up on, but don't give up just yet, because I'm telling you, it can happen for you. It's happened for so many people before us. We definitely cannot give up. So don't give up and don't give out. Not now. Now is not the time to give up, because you're going to see it happen. Something's going to happen for you that you didn't expect. So don't give up. Stay the course. It's just like when you go to exercise at the fitness center or whatever, you go for walks every day, and you may say, "Oh my goodness, I don't see any results right now." And you may say, "Oh my goodness, I don't see any results right now." But you will see results. Results will come to you. Sorry about my fingers getting in the way. I want to make sure the volume is up. For some reason, these new phones, the volume is always going down on them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we need the volume to be up. So this is day 4, prayer, praise, prophecy. Day 4. We're at day 4 and we're talking about this supernatural provision. Perhaps you know a time where you were not sure what you were going to do because you needed a certain amount of funds. You needed something to happen and it didn't happen for you. And you were wondering, where is what I need and how am I going to get it? You didn't want to go to the bank. You didn't want to take out a loan and all of that. But somehow something came through that was unexpected, that came out of nowhere. And you're wondering, what in the world is going on? I've got this unexpected blessing, in the certain amount of funds or whatever have you. And you're wondering, what in the world is this? I wasn't expecting this. It came unexpected. And sometimes it could just be that you found some money on the ground. That's happened to me plenty of times before. Not recently, but it has happened. I think the most amount I found on the ground was a $100 bill one day, and I had no idea it was a $100 bill. I actually put it away because it was already folded because nobody else seemed to want it. Um, you know, I wanted to claim it at the time, and it happened to be in a grocery store. So they were like, "Oh, well, you found it; it's yours." So people are probably thinking it's $1 or $10. So I finally unfolded it, and I said, "Well, maybe it's not real," but it was real. It was a $100 bill. Can you imagine finding a $100 bill, especially when you need it? I could have used it, but I didn't realize it was $100. I had no idea what it was. So I just put it away. And then later I took it out and found out it was a $100 bill. I found $50 bills before. Not recently, but a while ago, I found $50 bills when I was going to a prayer meeting or something like that. They had music there, singing and whatever. And I was one of the people that was going to be singing, and I was a little hesitant, and then I had to pay a lot for a cab, and then I found three $50 bills. I found three $50 bills together. So I tried to give it to the cab driver. The cab driver wouldn't take it. He was like, "There's no money. Always check in the cab, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "If you found some money, it's yours." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." So anyway, it comes in various forms. It could be checks in the mail. It could be somebody actually giving you money, or somebody actually paying for you, or your debt being canceled out in some kind of way that you owe. There have been people that went to go pay their rent or their mortgage and found out it was already paid. Not just for 1 month, but for a couple of months. I say all of that to say there is supernatural provision. And it may not seem like it's possible, but I'm telling you, it's very possible. And I've got some examples to back up what I'm saying. Our Maker, our Creator, gave a blessing to a couple of people that it's documented. I believe it was Kepha, known as Peter. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but the coin in the mouth of the fish is what I'm thinking about. That story. And then there's also the many talk about the widow. The widow, I think she only had one coin. And then there was the woman who was a widow who had the miracle happen. And then she fed the prophet. And then she had enough food to last her for a long time. And then she was able to receive something of great wealth or something that was tangible so that she would be able to not only meet her obligations, but it was definitely multiplication. It was a miracle. That one miracle blessed her beyond measure. So today I'm going to be talking to you about supernatural provision, which is a miracle of divine increase. Now, it may not necessarily be dollars and cents because our ancestors did not have dollars and cents. They had a different system than we have today. They did not have the clock or the calendar either. It may have been similar, but it's not what we use today. So everything was much different then. I believe gold and silver were more prevalent then, but regardless, a blessing is a blessing, regardless in what method it comes in, whether it be cash, dollars and cents, gold, silver, diamonds, pearls, whatever it is, whether it be somebody just buying you a house or a car. There have been many people who have shared their stories about that happening to them, that they lost their job or somebody in their family got sick or their husband got sick or their wife got sick and somebody came alongside and brought them a new vehicle, brought them a new house, or paid for them to have a new house or whatever, or helped them in some kind of way. And it doesn't make sense to us, but I'm telling you, it's going to make sense once we're finished talking about it here today. If you don't understand it, you're going to have the understanding of it because the animals seem to understand it a little better than most people, which is very interesting because we should definitely understand it because we know miracles are real. Miracles happen all the time, and the miracle is not based on us. The miracle is based on our Creator, who has the final word about every single thing pertaining to this life. So we are going to definitely acknowledge that prayer is powerful, praise is powerful, and prophecy is a seed that needs to be watered because it is a word. Of course, we know that it's a word, just a reminder. So some people just think that most of the time all prophecy is just set in stone, and that's not true. There's some prophecy that has conditions and expiration dates as well. So let's get started with Devarim, which is Deuteronomy 8:18. And this is the Tree of Life version in case you want to refer to it later or read along. Rather, you are to remember Adonai your God, for it is Adonai who gives you power to make wealth in order to establish the covenant that Adonai swore to our fathers and mothers as it is this day. And in some of the other translations that are a little older than what we see today. The words are not the same, as you know. So that's Devarim, known as Deuteronomy, and that is chapter 8, verse 18. I'll read it one more time. Rather, you are to remember Adonai, your God, for it is Adonai who gives you power to make wealth in order to establish the covenant that Adonai swore to your fathers as it is this day. And also to the mothers, because as we know in marriage, the two are one, so it's to both of them. And then there's Mishli 10:22, which is known as Proverbs, Tree of Life version. Dread or hope. The blessing of Adonai brings wealth, and Adonai adds no trouble with it. I'll read it one more time. The blessing of Adonai brings wealth, and Adonai adds no trouble with it. Some translations say sorrow. I think I like trouble a little better because we don't want trouble that comes with a blessing. Otherwise, that's not a blessing. Or we don't want increase that comes with trouble or sorrow. We want it to come without either one, right? So we don't want any problems with it when we accumulate or when we have that miracle of multiplication, that supernatural provision. Perhaps today you may find some money when you're out walking, or there may be a check in the mail or some type of inheritance. We just don't know. Every day is not the same. And just because in your last season you may have experienced lack, or you may not have experienced wealth to the degree of which you desire, that does not mean that it's not coming or on the way to your house with special delivery with your name on it, because the blessings has our names on it. The promises have our name on it, as well as the miracles. But usually the miracles are something that is connected to just more than one person being blessed by it. Of course, all blessings are connected to just not just the one person that's being blessed. But usually those miracles, like when it happened with that woman who needed help and she didn't have enough food, I know she probably was surprised. It probably was a jaw-dropping experience for her at the time. She probably didn't know what to say. She probably was speechless. I know I would have been if I was in her place. Yes, I would have been. And the next one is Proverbs of Mishlei 11:28. The one who trusts in their riches will fail, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. But this is a warning not to rely on money. We should not rely on money, for the one who trusts in their riches will fall. But the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. That sounds like the prosperous life, the victorious life. And then there's probably only like two or three more. And then we can get into that time of prayer, and we're going to declare over all the nations great wealth and prosperity. Because not all riches are good. There's some things that are just not beneficial. But one thing that's included in wealth that's really good that we need is health. That is a part of wealth. So we want to have that excellent health. We want to be healthy and whole and new, and we want to be continuously renewed day to day. We want to be in that place where we are having that vitality, that supernatural vitality. And it's possible. And how is it possible? When we take care of ourselves and we do what is instructed by our Maker, our Creator. Now, the next one is Devarim or Deuteronomy. You may know it as 15:11. And this is a very interesting one. It may not be as popular as the other ones, but it's very interesting. And it reads, "For the poor will always be with you in the land. Therefore, I command you, saying, you shall open wide your hand to your neighbor, to the poor and to the needy in your land." Now, this is talking about sharing, because to love is to share and to care. To love is to care and share, and to love is to give and to forgive. So when there are people that are stingy or they're not willing to share with others, usually they suffer the consequences for their own actions. Because truly, nothing in this earth is really ours. It doesn't belong to us, because it's written in, I believe, Tehillim 24. The earth is Adonai's and everything in it. Everything. That includes everything. That means everyone as well. That's included in everything. So truly, we do not really own anything. It doesn't matter how much somebody has in their bank account. That can be taken very quickly, as many see when people win the lotteries and things like that, when they get the overnight success of riches. Sometimes it leads to their own ruin when they don't have wisdom. It's not that the money in itself is evil or wicked. It's the decisions that people make that use the money. The same way with ammunition or weapons, it's not the actual weapon itself, it's the person that's using it. So I hope you understand or have a clarity with that. That money in itself is not evil, because money in itself is just paper or coins, however it is. But I'm telling you, there are hidden treasures inside of us. There is so much wealth within us. Many poets or writers have said the place where you will find the most treasures is in the graveyard, because many people went from this land with so much in them that they did not give, that they didn't leave that legacy. They didn't leave whatever they had or share it with the entire planet, with the people, to bless others. So you want to be sure whatever dream or vision that you do have, that you put it into that you put it into a writing a plan for it so that you can execute it. Otherwise, it won't be done. It's best to start quickly. Don't delay. Don't put it off, because you never know where it may go. Some people think, oh, if I start this, if I do this, it's not going to work. But what if it did work? We really don't know what the outcome is going to be until we do it. So it's not about working harder or trying harder. It's about actually doing it and getting in touch with those people that are already doing it successfully, so you can have a mentor. Now, I'm not encouraging paying for a lot of money for mentorship. There are a lot of people that are successful that will mentor you for free or help you with an internship. Then that way you can gain the experience and learn from the experts how to do it and have hands-on experience as well while you're doing it. And that may give you better results in the long run. But paying all this money to people that tell you that they can help you to attain a lot of money may not be the best option, depending upon whether it's been successful for them or not. If they're asking you for a lot of money to do it, more than likely they're not. Because people that are truly successful, they're not looking to get any money from anybody. They've already been established. They're actually looking to pour into somebody else. to carry on their legacy or their business or whatever. In most cases, most of those people, they usually leave it to family members. But not in all cases. There are some that do have others in their company and leave their company to people that are not family members. And the next one is Kohelet or Ecclesiastes 5:18. Here is what I have seen to be good and fitting, to eat and drink and enjoy the good of all the labor that they labor under the sun, the few days of their life, which Adonai gives them, for this is their reward. And this is finding joy in the provisions from our Maker, our Creator. Because as you see, the animals, they don't have a career, they don't have a job, they don't have money, but they are very wealthy. They are rich. The squirrel's got a lot of nuts, paid zip zero for it. Sometimes the animals are wiser and smarter than some people. The next one is Pirkei Avot 4:1, and I'll spell it out. It's Pirkei, and the second word is Avot, and it reads as follows: Who is rich? He or she who is happy with his or her portion. True wealth is contentment. And I want to give you, from my research, a few principles as it pertains to wealth. I want you to remember that wealth is a tool. Let me start over. I want you to remember that money is a tool. Money is a resource. And money cannot give you everything that you actually need in this life. It is a resource to be used for good, charity, and supporting our Maker's will, our Creator's will. It's not to be misused in any way, shape, or form. So there are a lot of people that don't have the right intentions. They're not doing the right thing. And eventually it probably will be taken away from them. Even if it's not taken away from them, usually the consequences are not good. So you don't want to be somebody that uses your money in the wrong manner or uses the money to do things that hurt other people or causes harm to people or creation. And we definitely need clean water and we need clean food. Unfortunately, many have not been good stewards over the earth. And unfortunately, many suffer the consequences of those poor decisions. So we have to take responsibility. And prosperity comes with a lot of challenges and responsibility. It's more than just about paying bills and having material things. We have to take care of others as well as the animals and make sure that everything is done in the right manner that will please our Maker, our Creator. And our spiritual focus can be that true satisfaction and wealth comes from having a real relationship with our Creator, not an accumulation of having possessions Possessions meaning the material or the tangible things of this world. We should always have gratitude and humility, acknowledging our Maker, our Creator, as our power source, and not get into a habit of being arrogant or one who has a hardened heart. As we know, having a hardened heart and having a mind that is not right can lead to a lot of anguish, can lead to a lot of unfavorable results. Just the same, we always speak love. That is what we are to do. Speak love and life over every person, even if they may not be doing the right thing. We're to have compassion on others. And when we show them that love and kindness, perhaps it will help them and soften their heart. But nobody can do what our Maker, our Creator does. Absolutely the architect of architects. Absolutely the master teacher of all master teachers. Our Maker, our Creator is beyond awesome and incredible. There's no word to describe. Today, I want you to put your trust, hope, confidence, and all of your faith into our Maker, our Creator, to give you that supernatural provision you need for whatever it is you need it for. And remember, you don't have to go to college for 12 or 20 years to prosper and become wealthy. You have been given gifts, talents, skills, abilities. You have hidden treasures within you that you may not know of. I know one woman, she had no intentions of singing. She's singing now, and I'm telling you, her voice is like thunder. She has a powerhouse voice, and she is definitely using her voice to bless many people. And she's singing in different languages, so you never know. Start somewhere today and you could discover those hidden treasures within yourself that can bless many people. It's not always about what we receive. We need to be ones who give. Givers are always blessed. So be a giver regardless of what your position or title may be in this earth, in this land. Be one who gives. Be known for your kindness. Be known for being a peacemaker. But don't be a doormat either. Don't let people walk over you. Don't let people take you for granted. Don't let people use or abuse you. But always be in a place where you can share your story with somebody else, and that your kindness will help somebody else to become better, to become a better woman, a better man, a better boy or girl, because we are blessed to be a blessing. Supernatural provision is available to you today. There's so many stories, especially lately, of people who have so many amazing testimonies and answered prayer when it comes to being blessed. And not all of it happens to be through dollars and cents. How are you doing, Kat? No, this is not Hanukkah. This is something else right now. Not Hanukkah yet. No, no, no. Later. I think maybe about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, somewhere in there. No, this is a different live stream. How are you doing today, Kat? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. No, today we're talking about how our Maker, our Creator, that's okay. That's how El Shaddai provides for us. That we have to know our Maker, our Creator as our provider. Our provider. That is the one who provides for us. So people won't depend on what is not the right source, because El Shaddai is our power source. And the word for provider in the Hebrew language is YIREH, or some pronounce it as YIREH, YIREH. But check it out. Go do your research for yourself and look up these names so you know how to pronounce them and spell them, so you can go deeper, so that you can be blessed beyond measure. Because supernatural provision is not something that is impossible, because all things are possible with ADONAI. So just be mindful. I want you to be very careful, all of you, that you don't want to get into these scams and schemes of today. Not pointing fingers at anyone at all, but just be very careful, because there are a lot of people that are not seeking to help other people to prosper. There are a lot of people that are not walking in the right light. There are a lot of people that are not kind. And there are a lot of people that don't care anything about other people. So you want to be mindful when you want provision, or you desire to have provision, that Adonai is your source. Don't go chasing after something that is not good for you just to get ahead. Be very careful and be very cautious. Oh my goodness, it's almost 50 minutes into, so I should have closed by now. Sorry. I apologize. I'm going a little over time. Just a little bit over time. So we're going to pray for the continents, the nations. We're going to pray more. I know there was a time when we didn't come to pray, but we're going to do it every day now, as often as possible, because that's what we should do. We should be praying for all the nations, every tribe, every tongue, every region, every territory. We have to shine that light. We have to be their sweet fragrance, like this flower. The rocks are just here for decoration, honestly. I just love candles, honestly. So usually when I do anything, every day I usually light candles all over the place, because I love the fragrance. And this one is like a vanilla scent, which is so good, but it's not a huge one. So I'm glad it's not huge, so then that way I don't have to be concerned about anything. I prefer the smaller candles sometimes. Thank you for joining in, Kat. It should start, the Hanukkah Live should start around 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. It's already up there because I've already put it up there. I started earlier today than I usually do, because sometimes I don't always get it done, and then sometimes I do. So thank each and every one of you that watched today on the live and on the replay. Just remember, we are blessed to be a blessing, and our provider, our power source is Adonai. Adonai is our power source. And the word for provider in Hebrew is YIREH. Oh, thank you so much, Kat. Look forward to seeing you there on the live. So to each and every one of you, regardless of what nation, tribe, or tongue you are watching, you are blessed and you are loved. You are loved by our Maker, our Creator, Adonai. You are loved. You are loved by HASHEM, the name above all names. You are not forgotten. So I don't want you to believe the lies that have been spread across the nations, that you are not worthy. You are worthy. You have not been forgotten. You can run to Adonai, and Adonai will be there to help you in every situation, in every storm, every test, in every challenge. I'm not telling you something I've heard. I'm telling you something that I know to be true, because it happened for me. So I'm testifying, just like I told you about I found the money when I needed it. But it's not just about that. Many people have been kind to me that I don't even know, strangers, because they were sent by our Maker, Adonai, to bless us. And I'm not saying every person that comes to bless you is necessarily one who is sent, but we need to be sure that we are definitely appreciating the goodness and the greatness of our Maker, our Creator. And we declare and we decree the victory. All right, happy cooking, cats. See you later on the live. We're going to declare and decree the victory over every nation, every tribe, every tongue, over every region and territory. And we declare and we decree the victory over North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia, Antarctica, in every place, in every space to the four corners of the earth. And we know that we can definitely make a difference in the land. Let us be the change that we want to see in the land of the living. And in closing, may Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai give each and every one of you shalom and give you that mercy and give you that compassion and give you that sweet sleep so that when you arise, you will be replenished, revitalized, rejuvenated, renewed, restored. Remember, obedience is better than anything. So be sure that you are being one who follows the divine instructions of Adonai. And to each and every one of you, see you later if you join in on the live tonight. Or if not, until the next time, may each and every one of you be blessed beyond measure. And again, my name is Shifrah Yocheved. I am here to bring something of priceless value to you, not to take anything away from you at all. It is always free here. It is always a safe place. And we are blessed to be a blessing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time zone you are in. And see you later on the live. Please like, share, subscribe, invite somebody, tell somebody about the live stream tonight. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Be blessed. Salutations, whatever language you speak. Blessings to each and every one of you.